Hey, welcome into the broadcast today. We're at E.A. Dill Arena on the campus of Western Kentucky University, 4th Region Championship game. The Warren Central Dragons will take on the Russell County Lakers. This is Sean King, and my partner, as always, Drake Riley. How you doing, buddy?
Pretty good. Excited for some region title basketball.
I tell you what, it's, I look across the way, and Russell County's got a great crowd. You knew they would. Our crowd's going to have to be loud as well. Both teams are coming in really hot. Russell County coming in at 26-5. They got the player of the year in the region, I understand, with Robertson. We watched him the other night.
Unbelievable play.
Yeah, pouring 38 points against Russellville. And they needed all of them. Russellville did a good job, hanging with them. I mean, that was a good basketball game. So Russell County is on a roll, no doubt about it. Our Dragons are coming in at 27-6. Winners of their last 10. They're 10-0 in their last 10 ball games. But on the game notes, these teams are pretty similar. I mean, they score almost exactly the same, 71 points a game. And look at the defense on the points per game. They're within a point apart. So it ought to be a tight game. We anticipate a really good basketball game. Tell me a little something. Last year when you played in a region final, tell me some of the emotion that you had.
Well, coming into the game, there's a lot of nerves I noticed last year. We had a lot of guys both teams had guys that started out the game a little bit nervous. This is just an atmosphere most of these guys haven't played in before. Like you look at the crowd today, this is a bigger crowd than I saw last year at the game, so it will be a little bit different. And you deal with emotions as in this game, you're just one away from Rupp Arena. A lot of guys. The game starts a little bit slower, it seems like. It seems like the rim's smaller in that first quarter, but once the players get going, it's just any basketball game. And that's what the two coaches will remind the players today. As soon as you realize this is just a basketball game and nothing different than any other one, they'll start playing the way they should.
Well, I totally agree with that. If you can, the quicker you get settled down into this game and just play, the better off you're going to be and your team's going to be. We're looking about 8 minutes away from the announcement of the starting five for both teams. We're looking at the averages on the tournament play. And on that Russell County side, it's pretty gaudy, isn't it? Tyler Robertson, 34 points a game. That's unbelievable.
It's unbelievable because you look at it. Chris Porter-Bunnan is the leading scorer for the Dragons this tournament. He scored 36 points in both games. So
right.
Robertson scoring twice as much as the leading scorer of the Dragons, and you got to believe you'll see a lot of scoring from him tonight.
Yeah, I know. It's pretty special player. We're going to take a quick break. They're going to play the national anthem. We'll be back in a moment. Hey, welcome back to Dill Arena. 4th Region Championship game today. It'll be Warren Central Dragons versus the Russell County Lakers. And Drake Riley, you know, we remember a game back in '09 against Russell County, and believe it or not, the Robertson kid played in that game.
Yeah, he's been here for a while, and that's a game you really try to forget about a little bit because that was a game that the Dragons had no business losing. But Russell County came out, they played the better game, and these guys on this team, Robertson played in that game. I can guarantee you a bunch of the players on this team were at that game. So these guys know they can beat Warren Central just off past experiences of another team beating them. So more so than other teams that haven't had success against the Dragons in the 4th Region, I feel like Russell County comes in with the confidence knowing they can beat them.
Absolutely. You know, like we said, they're coming in at 26-5. You know, winners of 8 straight, 9-1 their last 10. Just a very solid team. And here's something for you. They're trying to become the first 16th district team since Metcalf to win a region title. Metcalf won it back in 1985. And like we said earlier, this is the first time since 1957 that Russell County's been in a region final.
That's crazy. You'd imagine with a program this good, you think they would have been to a region final at least recently because they've been a great program as of late.
Absolutely they have. The Dragons are in their, let's see, this is the 4th year in a row. They're in the region title game. So, you know, we're trying to avenge a loss from last year, but, you know, last year's team and this year's team different. It's a different opponent. Yeah. And hopefully for the Dragon faithful, it'll be a different outcome.
I will say, though, I have a feeling that the fact they played in the region title game last year, a bunch of these guys got minutes in that game. They've experienced a region title game. They know what they're going into. I feel like the fact that they played in last year's game and lost will help them out this year.
Absolutely. The Dragons are on the floor warming up. The Lakers are on the floor. We're about 3 or 4 minutes away from 4th Region Championship game, live from Diddle Arena on the campus of Western Kentucky University. We're going to step away. We're going to take a War Production 2-minute break. We'll be back with basketball in a moment. Welcome back, folks, to Dill Arena, 4th Region Championship game. The winner goes to Rupp Arena. The loser, they're done. Go play baseball. I know the Robertson kid's a fine baseball player as well for Russell County. I got to see him play on the diamond a time or two. So it's winter, you're done, and, you know, that's the environment you're in. You've been in that environment since the first game of the district for these teams. Now you're in another game like it, win or go home, and I think it's going to be a great basketball game. I really do.
Great atmosphere already. Russell County looks like they brought the entire county to watch tonight's game.
The Dragons are wearing the away blues. Russell County's in the home whites. They're going to, the starting 5 for Warren Central will go like this. Number 1, the junior point guard, Rondell Green. Number 2, senior guard, Nathaniel Walker. Number 3, junior forward, Chris Porter Bunton. Junior forward, number 13, Byron Carver. And rounding out the starting 5 for the 14th district champs and hopefully the 4th region champs is number 25, senior guard, Kalen Dickerson. That's the 5 for head coach William Unseld is putting on the floor tonight. Drake Riley, give me the 5 for the Lakers.
They got senior forward, number 10, Barton Mann. Senior guard, Tyler Robertson, number 23, player of the year in the region. They got number 24, Alex Turner, the junior guard. They have junior guard Blake Ellis, number 30, and the big man in the middle, number 44, Nick Coffey, the sophomore center.
Yeah, he's a load down there, Coffey is. Russell County, they got 3 guys averaging double figures in this region tournament. Of course, Robertson averaging 34. Blake Ellis is averaging 10. And Nick Coffey, the senior that we aforementioned, is averaging 14.5 points. He was unbelievable in the opening game against Greenwood.
Yes.
I think he ended up with 23.
Out-rebounded the Greenwood team.
Yes, by himself, yeah.
And you could tell it hurt the Lakers on Friday night when they didn't have him due to foul trouble against the Russell Panthers. Russell was able to rebound more balls that you feel like they wouldn't have had Coffey been in the game.
Absolutely. And on the flip side of it, Drake, you look at the scoring average for the Dragons. They only have 1 guy in double figures, and that's Chris Porter Bunton at 18, but they got a lot of guys scoring.
Yeah, a lot of guys in the 6 to 10 range.
Right. Chris Porter Bunton, the junior forward, will tip for the Dragons. And I'm sure it's going to be Nick Coffey, the big man in the middle, wearing number 44 on his back for the Lakers. We're seconds away from the tip. Drake Riley, are you nervous?
Oh, I'm always nervous in these games, even when I'm not playing. And if I'm nervous, you got to imagine both players on this team's nervous.
I'm sure there's going to be some nerves here. The Lakers of Russell County, they're coached by Willie Feldhouse, a fine coach, well-respected throughout our region and throughout the state. No doubt about it. And, of course, the second year for our man William Unseld.
I think tonight you're going to get to see the 2 best coaches in the 4th region go at it.
They're doing some secretarial duties over there. I don't know what the holdup is, but they got the referees over there. They might be checking the book and making sure everybody is where they're supposed to be. Uh-oh. Somebody may have made a mistake with the book, and that's going to cost you a technical. That'll be a bad way to start for either team. Let's see what happens.
Looks like Feldhouse was saying bad call over there, if my mouth reading's correct.
Okay.
Oh, yes, no,
all right.
call.
They got it all together. Coffey for the Lakers. Chris Porter Bunton for the Dragons. And here we go. 4th region title hanging in the balance. Lakers will draw first possession. Turner has it, guarded by Walker. Over to Robertson, top of the key. To Ellis, left side. Now that to Turner. To Ellis. Rondell Green blanketing him right now. Into the post to the big man, Coffey. Guarded by Byron Carver. Goes up and over. He missed the shot. Short. Nice rebound by number 10. Mann puts it up and in. 2-0 Lakers.
The Dragons can't allow those offensive rebounds on the part of Russell County. You want to make sure you give them just 1 shot because they make them at a high rate.
A tough shot by Rondell Green off the back iron, no good. Rebound Coffey. Here comes the Lakers. They lead 2-0. Turner over to Robertson. Back to Turner. Over to Ellis right in front of our table. Down into Coffey. Long 3. Good. Turner with the 3-pointer. 5-0 Lakers. Nay Walker has it right side. Finds Porter Button, fakes. He had him in the air, didn't he?
Yep.
Back to Walker. Over to Rondell Green, Turner on him. Porter Button in the corner, down into Carver. Back to Porter Button, missed, laid it up, missed it. A rebound for Turner of Russell County. That's a good offensive set. We just couldn't get it to go home. Yep. Dickerson on Ellis, kicks it back out to Turner. Back off to Coffee, there's a block, knocked around. Kalen Dickerson comes down with it. That's a good block on that. Over to Porter Button, lays it up and in.
Nice job with the Dragons, get the ball and not allow Russell County to get back on defense.
Turner has it in the backcourt, struggling. Gets it across the timeline. He finds Robertson. Over to Ellis, down into Coffee. Puts it up and in over Byron Carver. Good defense by Byron. If you let him catch it that low, he's going to score. And on the flip side, Carver lays one in for the Dragons. 7-4, Lakers.
That's one place where Byron will have the advantage. He's quicker, but Coffee's the bigger, stronger player.
Turner back to Robertson, down in the paint to Coffee. Goes up, blocked. Kicked around, Robertson comes down with it. The three, just inside the three. Air ball, actually hit off the backboard. And now Rondell Green turned it over. Well, that's two big blocks down there on Coffee.
Yeah. Coffee likes to go to the dribble, and then go the opposite direction he's dribbling for the shot. And Chris Porter Button was waiting for him both times.
There's a steal by Warren Central. Rondell Green on the move. Approaching a 5-minute mark here. Oh, goes right around him. The big man, Carver, goes right around man, lays it off the window for two.
Both Coffee and Carver played well so far. You'd hate to see them not be able to play because of foul trouble like they both were in on Friday.
Absolutely. There's a turnover on the travel by the Lakers. It'll give it back to the Dragons. And I tell you, I know you noticed as well, in the first game against Greenwood, they did not like the pressure that Greenwood brought in the fourth quarter. It caused them a lot of trouble, and you saw the press. There's one turnover for the press. Wayne Barrett in the game along with Jacob Hall. Over to Nay Walker, guarded by Robertson. Hands it off to Jacob Hall. He's back. He had the flu, missed the second game of the tournament. Rob Edwards goes all the way in. He hits the shot. I won't count. He's going to draw the personal on number 21, Bertram.
The Russell County fans don't like the call, but it saved them 2 points of the play, so they might not like it, but they benefit from it.
And now we get a call away from the ball.
Yeah. Byron doesn't even make fouls like that. When he was trying to set the screen, the player ran off early, and instead of bailing on the screen, he tries to set it, and he was moving when the defender ran into him.
Well, they're going to get Byron out of there. Senior forward Ryan Talent will check in for the Dragons.
And there again, the pressure's causing problems for the Lakers.
Another turnover by the Lakers will give it back to the Dragons. They get into Edwards, back to Jacob Hall, over to Nay Walker, goes into the paint, lays it up. No good, tough shot. Rebound. Robertson pulls it down for the Lakers. Nay about had a steal. He kicked it off his own foot. There's a steal now by Wayne Barrett.
Oh,
goes behind the back. The long three from Walker. Good.
Oh, big shot.
Hey.
This crowd was all Russell County at the start. Now you hear the Dragons making a lot of noise behind us.
The big three, the steal by Wayne Baird, went around the back. They found Walker on the wing, and he knocked down the triple, and now the Dragons lead 9-7. After a 5-0 start for the Lakers, the Central's on a 9-2 run now.
I feel like you'll see both teams make runs this game.
Good teams do. The better team will stop it quicker.
Yeah.
Man gets it into Turner. Wayne Baird on him. Central putting the press on. Man has it, back to Turner. They get up to Robertson. They break the press of the Dragons. They're looking for Coffee. They find him. That's a really good move. Missed the shot. Offensive rebound by Ellis. You know, I noticed something there, right there, Drake. Ryan did not allow him to catch it on the block. He was a good 3-4 feet out.
That's what you
when
have to do
he
with
caught
him.
it.
When he's inside, he will score the ball. The farther he's out, the tougher you make it on him.
Trevent Green gets whistled with the reach in, gives the possession back to the Lakers. Oh, nice pass.
Oh.
What a block. Who got that?
Ryan Talent did.
Ryan Talent with the big block.
That's the fourth block for the Dragons so far.
Beautiful pass from Hall. I believe the Rob Edwards, he missed the shot, but he drew the foul.
Veldhouse isn't happy with the call.
A beautiful pass by Jacob Hall. The no look, I mean, is a nice one. 2 shots for Rob Edwards. The first one's up and in. 10-7, Warren Central. 3:25 to go here in the first quarter. Second shot for Edwards. Rolled it in good. An 11-2 run now by the Dragons. Man will inbound on the baseline. They get it into Turner, guarded by Bunton. Back to Man. They trap Robertson right there at the hash. He gets it across. They try to get it into the big guy. It's knocked away by Ryan Talent. Wayne Baird comes down with it. Good play by Turner. Goes up and in for 2. He stepped in the passing lane.
Yeah. Wayne can't throw that pass. Wasn't a hard enough pass, and he didn't have enough room.
There's a jumper by Talent. Good.
That's one thing that Ryan does well, and you don't see him do it enough of. Hit that mid-range shot.
He pulled up right there at the free throw line and got it to go. There's a turnover. Steal by Porter Bunton. Back to Wayne Baird. Long 3. Off the back iron. No good. Tipped. We're going to get a foul. It may be on Trevent Green. Let's look. If it is, it's his second. And it is. That's Trevent's second foul. Green. Third team foul on the Dragons. 13-9 Warren Central. We're at the 2:31 mark here in the first quarter. They get it into Turner. Back to Man. Back to Turner. Dickerson and Bunton applying the pressure. Man gets it across. Over to Ellis. Turner to Man. That's one thing. I don't think Russell County's very deep on their bench. Man goes up. Missed the shot. Robertson comes down with it. A little one-hand hook gets it to go.
In 6 minutes of the game, he scores his first point. You thought he would have had more by now, being the scorer that he is.
That's the first 2 for Robertson, who tallied 38 in the semifinals. Long 3, in and out. Dickerson had an open look. That ball rimmed out on him. Here comes Turner of the Lakers. Over to Robertson. Guarded by Rondell Green. In the paint, the jumper, no good. Knocked away by Porter Bunton. Man won it over the back, but there's a turnover. Tell you, Chris, he goes straight up. He's so long. A lot of those are not over the back.
No,
that was a good no call.
That one didn't appear to be either. It seemed like he went up and knocked it away. Should have had a little bit of contact on rebounds. You can't expect that if you jump on anyone that it should be a foul, but I feel like the refs made the right call.
That was an unforced turnover. The pass flew right into the Lakers bench. 1:25 to go, first quarter here from Diddle Arena on the campus of Western Kentucky University. The Dragons lead 13-11 over the Lakers. Ellis pressured. Looked like he walked, but I don't think he did. Turner has it to Robertson right in front of us, guarded by Dickerson. He's on the move, goes into the paint. Tough shot. Off the back iron, no good. Rebound, Nathaniel Walker of Warren Central. We're under a minute. They find Dickerson in the corner, skips it back to Walker. Over to Rondell Green, standing on the red towel. We're going to get a foul. Looks like on Robertson. No, it's on Warren Central.
Is it?
What are they doing here? Okay, first he went one. Is it a double foul?
Nope. So it's just on Robertson. It looks like they got physical down there. And
well, he give the wrong number. He had 1-4 up. The ref did. Okay, the foul goes to Robertson, his first. Russell County's third. They find Dickerson in the corner for three. Good. Kaylin Dickerson with the triple. The Dragons lead 16-11.
And
there's a steal. We're going to get a foul called on Dickerson.
Knocked it loose, must have got some hand in the process.
Wayne Baird will check back in. Dickerson will take a seat. 16-11. Dragons lead by 5. Just under 38 seconds to go here in the first quarter from Diddle Arena. The 4th region title is on the line. A trip to Rupp Arena. Ellis has it back court, brings it up. He picks it up. Good trap. He got out of it. Over to Turner. Guarded by Wayne Baird. Back to Robertson. Britt checked in for the Lakers. Number 1, Nick Britt. Turner goes up. Got it blocked. It'll stay with the Lakers. Nick Britt. That's kind of funny seeing that on another roster. We had to find Nick Britt herself, didn't we?
Sure did.
There's a tough shot up and good. You can't play any better defense than that. They were all over Robertson. He got it to go.
That's one of the things about Robertson. He'll make tough shots.
Jacob Hall, long three. He's short. And that will end the first quarter. 1 quarter in the books in this 4th region championship game. The Dragons 16, the Lakers 13. Back with second quarter action in a moment. All right, welcome back to Dill Arena. Second quarter action about to get underway. The Dragons will get the first possession here in the second quarter. Nay Walker into Jacob Hall. 16-13. We got a fine game brewing right here, Drake.
I feel we do too. So he'll go to the end.
Long three from Nay Walker. Bounce, missed it, tipped. Jacob Hall comes down with it. Back to Walker, over to Porter Button in the corner to Wayne Baird. Nay Walker to Porter Button. Nice fake. Goes all the way up and in.
Nice shot to get the defender in the air, and they gave him a wide open run to the basket.
Knocked away. Turner had it, lost it, got it back. They find Bertram. Knocked away from him. I thought we had a steal, but they call him on the line. Good hustle by Walker and Jacob Hall. A little back tip right there, and I thought we was going to come down with it, but they got Jacob Hall standing on the line. Bertram in the corner. Robertson. Oh, that's on 23.
Offensive.
Absolutely. Yeah. Robertson looks like he's a little frustrated.
And that's what you feel like the first foul was, too. It seems like both times. Both those fouls were where he played physical with the guy.
He got a forearm shiver on Jacob Hall. That's his second foul. That could loom large.
Yeah, you don't want to see a player like Robertson guard the game if you're the
Nice move by
Lakers.
Jacob Hall. Up and in. A beautiful spin move by the junior guard, Jacob Hall. And the Dragons push it out to a 7-point lead.
Unbelievable effort, but it was a foul. Looked like he went right back into the leg of Bertram, I think.
Bertram went down. Hall and Bertram got tangled up.
He's lifted off the court. You'd hate to see if he's hurt.
The junior guard, Ben Bertram, hopefully that young man's okay. All right, here we go. Man to inbound to Turner, guarded by Walker. Off the foot, picked up by Big Byron Carver. Here's Rondell Green on the move. He thought about the three, gives it up to Porter Button. He squares up on man, goes in. We're going to get a charge.
Oh, I don't know.
Chris should have went straight ahead.
Yeah, should have went straight ahead, but it looked like he was spinning away from the defender, but they've called that foul early in the game, so I'd say they're staying consistent.
They have. I've seen it called multiple times in this region tournament.
And you'd rather have consistency more than anything because then you know what's going to be called.
You're right about that. Turner has it back court to Robertson, back to Turner. Gets it across the timeline. There's three Dragons there. They're not making it easy on them, that's for sure. Ellis has it. Ellis tries to get it down to man and throws it away.
Looked like Ellis was expecting man to pop out, and man was staying where he was so he could hit the ball in the post.
Rondell Green to Byron Carver. He's going to go in, kicks it out to Nate Walker for three. Rimmed out of there. Rebound Coffey. We haven't seen Coffey in a while. He's back. Turner has it. They find Robertson. Goes up, off the glass, no good. Wayne Baird had it. They just ripped it away from him. Robertson gets it back and lays it in. That's some contact on the rebound on Wayne Baird. He had it and lost it. Robertson got it and laid it in. 20-15, Dragons lead by 5. Approaching the 5:30 mark here in the second quarter. Rob Edwards, right side, down in the corner to Walker. Back to Rondell Green, guarded by Turner. The corner to Rob Edwards. Here's the three. No good. Byron Carver comes down with it. Back to Walker. He goes into the paint, lays it up. No good. Rebound Coffey of the Lakers. They find Robertson. Over to Turner on the red towel, guarded by Wayne Baird. Oh, I thought that was going to knock my
That's
coat
incredible
over.
hands on him to catch it.
Robertson, tough shot, in and out. Tap, controlled by Rondell Green of Warren Central. He's going to go all the way up and in with the left. Missed it. Wayne Baird got the offensive glass and laid it in for two.
That's one of those times where you run down the court no matter if the ball's ahead of you. He got that rebound because he ran even though Rondell was ahead of him.
Out to Ellis for three. No good. Short. Tipped. Controlled by Rondell Green of Warren Central. Over to Nate Walker for three. No good. The rebound was Carver.
Don't know who the call was
I think
on.
it's not on Carver. I think it's Rob Edwards. It's on Rob Edwards as Warren Central. I was going to start complaining if they called on Carver.
Yeah, didn't see anything where the Carver was at, but Robert must have pushed away from the ball going for the rebound.
Well, that's Rob's first foul. Team's eighth.
And
the Lakers will be in the bonus the rest of the way.
Here's one thing that gives Warren Central advantage. They are subbing in 5 new players.
Absolutely.
Just like in most games they play against teams that don't have depth compared to theirs, they will send a lot of guys in and press a lot.
Number 23, Tyler Robertson at the line, shooting one in the bonus. First one in the air. Good. He's up to 7 points now. I think he had, 2 in the first quarter? So he's starting to get, or had 4, I believe.
4, yeah.
Second one good. Jacob Hall over to Porter Button on the red towel. Back to Trevent Green. Goes at the free throw line. Back to Porter Button for 3. Short. Tipped around. Controlled. Bertram's back in, so good to see him running.
But it looks like he's limping.
He's limping a little.
Bothering him.
22-17. Robertson in the paint. Hands it off for 3. Nick Britt knocked the triple down. And the Porter Button lays it up and
right
in.
Back at him. Before the Russell County fans could sit down after standing up for cheering, the ball was already in for the Dragons.
Beautiful pass in transition to Porter Button. He laid it off the window. There's a 10-second call. Willie Feldhouse is not happy about the 10-second call.
Neither are the fans, it appears like.
He looked down at his watch there for a minute. He's barking about it.
It seemed quick, but I wasn't counting, so I wouldn't know for sure.
I got to admit, it seemed quick to me, too. But Warren Central will take it. Kalen Dickerson inbounds to Jacob Hall. Guarded by Nick Britt. Takes the 3, short. Knocked around. Dickerson runs it down for the Dragons. Back to Hall. Over to Trevent Green, guarded by Robertson. Back to Dickerson. Ellis on him. Lakers are playing good defense. They probably could have called a walk, but they had to call a foul. There's a jumper by Porter Button, no good. Rebound Carver, he goes up and draws the foul.
Ball changed hands a few times around that possession. Looked like B got the rebound, passed to Chris, who lost the ball, and Byron got it and got the foul.
I tell you what, Willie Feldhouse, he is awful worked up over there. Wasn't happy with that call. The free throw by Byron Carver is short. We'll see the first action tonight for Moore. Moore checks in. So we got Moore, Carver, Dickerson, Walker, and Hall for the Dragons. Bertram, Robertson, Ellis, Turner, and the big man Coffey for the Lakers. They got him wrapped up down there. That's a travel.
Well, it looked like
he walked, no call. They get Ellis with a push-off. Did it fall down?
Yeah, it fell down. Russ County's not with that fall. I didn't see it. It must have been a push-off with his off arm, but they did miss the walk down there, so Dragons hit the ball back.
The Laker County faithful are not happy. 24-20 Dragons.
This is the loudest,
listen to the boo.
This is the loudest boo I've seen at a region tournament in a long time.
Walker for 3. Good. And right on cue. Look at here.
Yeah.
This referee is eyeballing Mr. Willie Feldhouse. They are not happy on that Russell County side.
I don't feel like these refs are well too liked by the Russell County fans right now.
Coach Feldhouse calls a full timeout. We'll step away. 2:23 to go in the first half. Dragons by 7. We'll take a break. Be back in a moment. Hey. Oh, there's the cascade of boos. Almost brings a tear to my eye. Here we go. Turner in the back court, guarded by Moore. He lost it, got it back. They find Ellis. Walker all over him. Turner has it. Off to Robertson, looking for Coffee. He goes up with the one hand, no good. Moore comes with the rebound. The foul's on 21. Moore had the rebound, and wait a minute. What are they calling?
I don't. He was over the back, but it looked like he went straight for the rebound.
Okay, what's going on with the referees with the numbers? He clearly gives 21. All right, Bertram bit the line.
Coach not happy about it. He must believe that the Bertram got underneath Moore after Moore got the rebound. It was close.
I'm just trying to figure out with the calling of the foul.
Oh.
He clearly gave 21 to the table. I don't know what that's about. Second shot, up and in. All right, Carver will inbound to Rondell Green. We're under 2 minutes to go here in the first half of this 4th Region Championship game. Carver, top of the key, finds Dickerson. Back to Walker, fakes the three, goes inside. Jumper no good. Coffee with another rebound. You're not going to get much away from that guy tonight.
Sure aren't. He's an incredible rebounder.
They find Coffee, knocked away by Dickerson. It'll stay with the Lakers. 27-22, Warren Central. Chris Porter Bunton will check back in. Byron Carver will take a seat. Now, wait a minute. Carver's back in, and who went out? Moore, I believe. Inbound to man, guarded by Dickerson. Back to Robertson. Over to Turner, top of the key. To Ellis on the right side. They try to get into man, tipped. Man pulled it back down for the Lakers. They find Turner. Goes into the paint, spins, lays it up, and in. Nice move.
Good shot.
Good defense.
Yeah, could do much more there.
27-24 Dragons. Carver has it down in the paint to Porter Bunton. Lays it up and in.
Chris has got a lot of baskets there, just being in near close, and when they don't have Coffee in there, it's tougher to block Chris Porter Bunton.
Man breaks the pressure up to Robertson. Almost had a steal. Long three from Turner. No good. Rebound, man. He steps on the baseline. The turnover will give it to the Dragons. They're raising Cain on every call.
Yeah, that's what those.
They remind me of me over there when I was merely watching the Dragons play.
Yeah, but there's a lot more of them over there than there were of you.
Oh, yeah. All right. We're approaching the 20-second mark here in the first half. The Dragons will hold for the final shot. 29-24, Warren Central. 10 seconds. Here we go. Rondell Green over to Walker. To Dickerson. Back to Walker. Long three. No good. Rebound Carver puts it up. Oh. No good. And that will do it for the first half. 29-24. Warren Central leads by 5. We're going to take a break. We'll be back with maybe a guest. We'll see. Stay tuned for that, folks. Hey, welcome back to Dill Arena. We're at the half, and the stat man, Drake Riley, is going to go over the first half stats. Shoot, Drake.
Well, both teams have got up a lot of shots this game and aren't shooting as high as the rate they're used to. Warren Central is 12 of 30 from the field, 3 of 12 from 3, and 2 of 4 from the line, accounting for 29 points. And Russell County has 24 points off 9 of 25 shooting, 2 for 5 from 3, and 4 of 4 from the field. And some interesting scores to notice, Chris Porter Bunnan is leading the Dragons with 8 points, and Nay Walker is second with 6 points, but he's gotten that off of 2 of 9 shooting, taking a lot of shots, isn't hitting at a high rate, and both of his made field goals are threes. And then you look across, and Tyler Robertson is leading the Russell County team with 8, and he's 3 of 7. He hasn't hit as high as rate as he is, but still 3 of 7 is really impressive.
Yep.
And you got to imagine he'll get just as more looks next half and make it at the same rate, if not a higher one. And then also, Alex Turner, the point guard, number 24, has 7 points off 3 of 4 shooting.
He's played well, yeah.
Very efficient game for him so far.
Turner does a lot of the ball handling, bringing it up. He's done a pretty good job. How many turnovers they got for him?
They have for Turner. Turner, they have just 1 turnover.
Yeah, I think Robertson's got 3.
Blake Ellis has 5 turnovers for Russell County.
Yeah. The Dragons, they're forcing them out away from where they're used to playing. A lot of, way out above the 3-point line. The Dragons are extending the D, and it's giving them a little bit of trouble early on.
Yeah.
So they got 11 turnovers. The Dragons got 5, I believe.
5. Yep.
Yeah, so that's more to our liking, no doubt about it.
One thing that comes up big in games like these where players get worn down, Russell County starters have played 13, 16, 14, 16, and 13 minutes, while the Dragons have had just 1 player over 13.
Yeah, with Nay Walker, the only player with over 13. Yeah, that's something we knew coming into this was the depth of our bench versus theirs, and that's got to be a plus for the Dragons, no doubt about it. Well, there's the stats. We got about 6-7 minutes here before the second half will tip. We're working on an interview here if we can get him. They're checking to see, and we'll be back hopefully with that back in a moment. All right, welcome back to Dill Arena. About 3 minutes away from the second half. Starting, Drake, what do you think of the first half, buddy?
It was an excellent first half. Both teams were going back and forth. Never really was there a team pull away at one point. It seemed like each time one team scored or looked like they were close to making a run, the other team came right back at them. Neither team has led by more than 5, and that's also the score we're going into at halftime.
Right.
So both teams scored. Not shoot at a high percentage, but both teams, neither one has let the other team get away. And I feel like this is a game that's very fitting of the tournaments, at least in the past couple of games. You saw
you're right.
The first few games weren't some of the greatest. All 3 were games where one team pulled away, never really in question in the second half who was going to win. But starting from the Barron County Clinton County game, we have had 4 really good games in a row.
Oh, absolutely. You know, you talk about the shooting, and I was reading a few text messages from the Dragon fans, and, you know, they're shooting 40%. You got the Lakers shooting 36. You know, that's what happens in these games.
Yeah.
I mean, you're playing for all the marbles. You're playing your hind end off. There's nothing going to be easy about it, no doubt.
I feel like both teams will shoot a higher percentage in the second half, and you got to commend the Dragons for holding Robertson to, 8 points? Yes, 8 points. Robertson hasn't had many games like that where you hold him to that few points, and it's not one guy guarding him. I've seen 5 different Dragons all guard him on defense.
Absolutely. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be back in a moment. Welcome back to Dill Arena. Second half about to start. 4th region championship on the line. The Dragons lead by 5, 29-24 here at the half. Second half about to get underway. Man will inbound for the Lakers. They will have the first possession. There it is, over to Turner. Turner will bring it across the timeline, guarded by Walker. Down into Coffee, over to Robertson, long 3, no good. Rebound, Coffee. Back out to Turner. Over to Ellis, goes into the paint. Good defense right there. They kick it back to Turner. Man on the left side. Back to Turner, goes into the paint, lays it up, and in.
Another nice play on the part of Man. He's played well tonight.
Yes, he has. He's had some big rebounds. Down into Porter Button, we're going to get a foul. Is it on Man?
Appears so.
It is. That's his second, team's first of the second half. Rondell Green to inbound, looking, having trouble. Get into Carver. Carver over to Walker, back to Bunton. Back over to Walker. Fakes a shot over to Porter Bunton. He'll take the jumper. No good. Rebound Ellis of the Lakers. 29-26 Dragons. Turner over to Robertson. Lost it, got it back. Guarded by Rondell Green. Goes into the paint, lays it up. No good. There's a tip. Robertson comes down with it and lays it up.
Dragons played nice defense, but they got to get the rebound as well. Robertson's first shot was tough, but when he came around the second time, it was a lot easier.
You got to give credit to Robertson staying with that. Nice save by Carver. Over to Porter Bunton. Back to Walker right in front of the Dragon bench. Rondell Green, top of the key. Over to Dickerson. Porter Bunton are looking for Carver down low. They find Walker, goes into the paint, lays it up, no good. Rebound, Coffee. That's a familiar theme on the rebounding. It's 29-28. Almost a turnover. Ellis is able to hang on. They find Turner. Down the man. That wasn't a foul. I thought he had ball.
Called body. It didn't look like Nate got much contact with him.
I think some of the barking's starting to pay off. That foul will go on Walker. That's his first for Warren Central. Team's first of the second half. Ellis goes into the paint, puts it up and in.
Nice defense. That's just a tough shot on the part of Ellis to make. They made a few of those tonight.
That's the first lead for the Lakers in quite a while. Down into Carver, gets it back, lays it up and in.
Just like that, it's gone.
31-30, Warren Central. Almost a push right there with Turner. Steal by Rondell Green. Over to Bunton. Lays it up and in and draws the foul. What a play.
Nice play. Looked like Chris went to dunk the ball, but man got him with the body underneath. Russell County still has a few fans that don't let the call. They seem like they don't like many calls.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. A steal by Green to Bunton, laid it up and in. He draws the personal, trying to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. Ball in the air is good.
And just as Russell County started the quarter with a 6-0 run, the Dragons have come back with a 5-0 run of their own.
Dragons by 4 now, 34-30. Ellis has it in the backcourt. Up to Robertson. They trap him. That's another steal by Rondell Green. Green's going to go all the way in off to Dickerson. Kicks it out to Walker. Goes into paint, back to Dickerson. Long three, air ball.
It's a tough shot for Dickerson to take. Shot fake and dribbled, and that's just a tough one with a guy all over you. And Coach Unsel's not happy with Dickerson calling. He'll take a break on the bench.
All right, man will inbound to Turner. Turner to Robertson. Back to man. They find Ellis in the front court. There's another steal.
The Dragons' pressure looks like it's starting to get to him.
That's 3 straight steals by the Dragons' defense. I didn't see it. The referee's right in our way here. I didn't see that. Looks like they got talent.
On a push-off.
Coach Unsel's pleading his case.
He did take a weird fall on it. I didn't see the fall. I didn't see the contact. It looked like the fall looked like he fell from a different spot than most people would.
Robertson has it, goes into the paint. They find Coffee. Oh, get out of there. What a block by Ryan Talent of the Dragons. Rob Edwards has it. Kicks it out to Walker, standing on the red towel. What a block by Ryan Talent on the big guy, Coffee. We're approaching the 4-minute mark here of the third quarter. Wayne Baird for 3. Off the back iron, no good. Tipped. Robertson comes down with it. We're going to get a hold on Rob Edwards. That's the second foul on Edwards, team's third here of the second half. Man will inbound for the Lakers. There's the trap. Ellis lost it. He got bailed out over there.
Ball rolled out. There over the sideline, it would have been Dragon ball.
Inbound it to Turner, back to man. Kicks it back to Turner. This defense has been really good by the Dragons. There's a jumper. No good. Rebound, Porter Bunton. Slow down, big fella. He corrals it. In the corner, Wayne Baird. No good. Mad scramble for it.
This game's
Turner
starting to
has
get physical. 2 Russell County players fell down on the play. A lot of physical play when it comes to underneath the basket.
Down in the Coffee. Nice pass. Coffee completes it. 34-32 Dragons. I tell you what, our shooting has been off tonight. The three-point shooting has left us a little bit here. Hall has it. Back to Wayne Baird. Over to Hall. Guarded by Turner. There's a screen by Carver. Back to Wayne Baird. Little jumper. No good. Another rebound by Coffee.
Wayne's shots haven't fallen this quarter.
Well, they haven't. Turner walks it up for the Lakers. Over to Coffee. There's another steal. Good job by
Russell
Carver.
County loves to run the
Look
back.
out below. Carver lost it.
They were getting
Smart enough to lay it off to Dickerson for the 2.
great steal on the part of the Dragons. They were anticipating that play. They love to send Tyler Robertson on backdoor cuts. Looked like Dickerson was beat or whoever was guarding him, and Byron stepped in the lane and was able to get the steal.
Byron got his big paw in there, knocked it away to Jacob Hall. The big fella looked like he was going to go all the way, but a good job. The Lakers got their hand in there and disrupt the layup, but then Carver had enough time to lay it off to Dickerson.
Nice presence of Max. So you see a lot of players, if the ball gets tipped, they try to throw it up. He was smart enough to get the ball to Dickerson, who was able to shoot a layup.
There's the pressure by the Dragons. Robertson has it. Lost it. Tip. Another steal by the Dragons. Rondell Green to Dickerson for 3. No good. Tip. Rebound man. Might have brought the house down behind us if he hit that.
These Dragons fans are ready to stand up and cheer.
Well, they're ready
for a
to
big
go.
shot.
Robertson in the corner, guarded by Rondell Green. There's a nice push off. Wow.
Unbelievable
Man,
shot.
they got tough shot, but boy, he got by with a push off.
Looks like he pushed off, but still, even with the push off, that's an incredibly tough shot to make.
If you're a Dragon fan, you're wanting that push off right there. But like Drake said, what a shot by Robertson. That's his 12th point. There's a timeout. It's a 30-second timeout. I even want to thank our sponsor tonight, War Production. Appreciate Patrick Edmondson and Junior Duff. They're up in the crow's nest. We're going to wave to them. They're all the way up there filming this thing. We want to thank them for all they do for high school athletics in the region. It's 36-34, Drake.
Yep. If I'm the Dragons coming out, I try to get to the basket more. Their three-point shooting hasn't been great today, and they've had a lot of good looks over the basket. I feel like when Rondell was 3-on-1, he had a layup he could have taken instead of passing to Kalen.
Dickerson into Carver. Goes up. There's a block. Porter Button got it back and laid it up and in.
And once again, Porter Button is leading the Dragons in scoring.
13 points for Chris Porter Button, the junior forward. Turner goes around his back to Ellis.
Oh, I felt like Dickerson had just as much right to that spot.
Dickerson was set on that one.
Ellis has taken a few weird falls today. You got to think that maybe he's trying to get one, and he got it there.
I thought Dickerson was at the spot that goes against him in the Dragons. That's his second foul. Team's fourth of the second half. A minute 10 to go here in the third quarter. 38-34, Warren Central. Robertson behind the back, guarded by Rondell Green over to Turner. We're under a minute. Turner back to Ellis. Ellis on the move. They trap him on the baseline. They try to find a cutter. No go. Ball still loose. Can we call a jump ball?
So they got it.
And we do. It'll go to the Dragons. That's something you touched on earlier, Drake, is the back doors that Robertson run. The Dragons so far has done a pretty good job.
And that's why he's at 12 instead of at 26 right now. I mean, not that high, but 20. but he normally gets a lot of baskets off that backdoor play.
Rondell Green will walk it up. The Dragons are going to try to hold for the last shot. 38-34, Warren Central over Russell County. We're in the third quarter. We're approaching 25 seconds to go in the third quarter. You hear the Dragon faithful behind us.
Now I feel like, and there's the Russell County faithful on cue. It looks like this will be a play where everyone in the gym is standing up for.
Everybody's hollering. 10 seconds. Here we go. Rondell Green goes into the paint, kicks it out to Dickerson for three. Short. They get a foul. Looks like they get a foul on Dickerson. Dickerson will take a seat. That's his third, team's fifth here of the second half. Well, I tell you, our shots have just not fell at all tonight.
Yeah.
Especially here in the third quarter.
They need to get more in close shots, I feel. The shots aren't falling. They need to, change the game plan up and get those easy ones.
A very low-scoring quarter for the Dragons. There's a run out. There's a steal knocked around. That's going to do it. 3 quarters in the books of this fourth region championship game. Warren Central 38, Russell County 34. Stay tuned for fourth quarter action after this short message. Welcome back to Dill Arena. Fourth quarter action about to get started. Drake Riley, here we go.
This game is all people were expecting it to be. Very close game. Not much scoring, though.
No.
You expect more out of the 2 top scoring teams in the region.
The scoring is low. Both teams are averaging right at 71. Don't believe we're going to get there.
Unless we get a few overtimes.
Ellis has it. They're denying it. They get it to Robertson. Back to Turner. Walker guarding him. Turner back to the top of the key, over to Robertson. Rondell Green. Goes up into Porter Bunt, no good. Nice strong rebound by Ryan Talent. Here comes the Dragons. Nay Walker goes all the way in for 2.
Those are the shots the Dragons need to get more of. They've been settling too much, it appears like, lately.
Nobody stopped him. That's a good job by Nay just to take it and go. Yeah. Nobody stopped the ball, and the Lakers paid the price. Down in the Coffee. Missed the shot, but they're going to get the foul on Ryan Talent. The senior forward, number 14 on his chest and back, will get called for the personal. And he will shoot 2, Nick Coffey. Thank you, sir. First one up and good. Take a look at those stats.
A lot of minutes played on the part of Russell County, guys. They only have 10 bench minutes out of the 120 that have been played so far.
Second shot for Coffey. Up and rolled off of there. No good. Rebound Byron Carver of the Dragons. 40-35 Warren Central. Down in the Bunton. Puts one dribble down. Goes up. Missed it. Rebound Coffey. A good look at time from Porter Bunton. Just rolled out.
Yeah, and it's tough for the Dragons. They need to make a few of their first shots because Coffey's getting every rebound opportunity.
The Coffey, he's a monster down there.
Can't believe that kid's only a sophomore.
Boy, he's going to be something. Man in the paint with the little jumper, no good. Rebound, Chris Porter Bunton of Warren Central. Off to Rondell Green, here we go. Back to Bunton, top of the key, over to Walker. Right in front of the Dragon bench. Rondell, top of the key. Over to the right side, Porter Bunton. Coffee out on him. Dragons are taking their time here. Down into Carver. Goes inside, lays it up, no good. Got his own rebound, put it back up and in. What an effort by Byron Carver. There's a steal by Kalen Dickerson off the Porter Bunton, and he draws the foul. The Dragons turning up the defense, Greg.
Yep, and you know they're going to get a few of those steals, and they need to convert points out of here. That still means nothing if Chris Porter Bunton doesn't make these free throws.
Porter Bunton at the line, shooting 2 for the Dragons. Ball in the air. Good. 43-35. That's the largest lead right now.
Yep.
It was 7.
Now
it was 27-20 Warren Central. Now it's 43-35. Second shot for Bunton. Ball in the air is good.
Chris Porter Bunton has played a great tournament for the Dragons. Been their leading scorer, done a lot of good things for him. And he's doing it again today.
6 minutes to go in the contest. Man has it, breaks the timeline. They knocked it away. They'll stay with Russell County. 44-35, the largest lead for the Dragons. They inbound to Turner, guarded by Walker. Over to Robertson. Jake Hall on him. Tough shot. Rebound. Carver had it, lost it.
Didn't know what that call was. Must have been a push. I didn't really see anything. I thought
there it is.
Oh!
Willie Feldhouse has got the technical. He did not like the call.
No, and
the ball was definitely knocked out of Carver's hands. So obviously, I would probably say a Laker did it. But the technical foul on Willie Feldhouse, maybe that might inspire or it could hurt. We'll find out.
Yep. And the Dragons are sending Chris Porter Bunton to the line. He has played well tonight and just hit 2 free throws earlier.
Porter Bunton at the line to shoot the technicals. The first one up, short.
Didn't seem like he used his legs enough on the play.
He didn't.
In a game like this, fourth quarter, it's all about your legs, the way you shoot it. Muscle memory at this point.
The second shot coming for Porter Bunton. Ball in the air.
Long.
No good off the back iron. Look at Unsel.
Yeah. He wish he'd made it. The Dragons don't capitalize on the technical foul, but they will get the ball at half court.
I like the look by Coach Unsel right there.
Had him go in to shoot the free throws and doesn't make either of them.
Well, I'll see if he can make up for it. Porter Bunton in the paint. Back out to Dickerson. Over to Walker. 5:30 to go in the contest. Dragons by 9. 44-35. A low-scoring game.
Doesn't look like the Dragons are rushing to get a shot off. They're gonna the clock is their friend now, and they're gonna use up as much of it as they can before taking a shot.
They're doing a good job right now. Good motion.
And
there's the bad pass. There's the bad pass from Dickerson. It doesn't count.
No, they won't like it when they find out that it didn't.
They fouled him way down here. That was a good foul by Hall because he did have a wide open layup.
Yeah.
We did a good job of spacing Drake until that last pass.
And I saw it in number 24, Turner's eyes. He was waiting for that pass the entire time, like a safety in football.
One in the bonus coming for Turner. Ball in the air. Good. That could be a big turnaround.
It could be. The Dragons had a chance to get to their first double-digit point lead of the game, miss the free throws, and then turn it over and allow for Russell County to go to the line.
Second shot is good for Turner. Rondell Green over to Carver. Back to Dickerson on the right side, guarded by Ellis. Robertson out on Nay Walker. Approaching the 4:50 mark here of the fourth quarter. We get a whistle. They get a foul on number 10. That's a man.
That seemed more frustration than anything. That wasn't a foul you like to see, especially now that it's fourth.
The Dragons are still 2 away from the bonus.
And it looks like they've had enough of the Russell County fans. They're escorting, the police are escorting a fan out, and the Dragon fans are liking it behind us.
The fan got the boot. I can feel you, brother. Oh, good seat. Almost a turnover.
Looks like fans on both teams have more interest right now in the player getting kicked out, or the fan getting kicked out.
I'll tell you what. Turner's doing a good job in the pass lane. That's almost a turnover by Warren Central. They got to be real careful.
Watch for Turner. He's a quick player, and he's looking for the steal.
Rondell Green right in front of the Dragon bench. Back to Walker. Over to Dickerson. Top of the key to Walker for 3. Good.
He's been struggling today, but one thing about Nay, he still thinks the next one's going in, and you love that attribute about a player, and there it falls.
The largest lead of the game, 10 points. 47-37 Dragons. Robertson for 3. No good. Rebound Coffee. Lays it up and in and draws the foul.
Coffee just continues to impress me. You're looking at a guy 2 years from now you're going to be talking about in the 4th Region Player of the Year discussion. Incredible player. You don't see sophomores as huge as him in the 4th Region.
He's a big boy. Here's a shot trying to complete the three-point play, and he does. Plus, he's got a really good touch at the line.
Oh, sure does. 3 for 3, all in the 4th quarter.
We got a full timeout by Russell County. We'll step away at the 3:55 mark here in the 4th quarter. The Dragons lead 47-40 over the Lakers. Be back in a moment. Here we go, the inbound. Porter Button up to Dickerson, back to Chris Porter Button of the Dragons. Over to Walker, he skips it across the Rondell Green. Goes into the paint, kicks it back out to Walker. Over to Carver. They find Porter Button in the paint, lays it up, no good. Strong rebound again by Coffee.
Yeah, you think Chris needs a little bit better shot selection that play. Unseld doesn't like the shot he just took.
Almost a steal. Coffee goes right in on Porter Button, lays it up and in.
Coffee's a tough kid to guard.
Nothing you can do there.
Sure isn't. And Russell County switching the defense. There now looks like a 2-3 that extends out.
Good defense, almost forced him out. Rondell Green with the jumper, no good. Tip, we got a foul called.
And
I sure didn't see that. That ball's loose.
Yeah. I didn't
That's a
see
tough
either,
call.
Yeah, it's a tough call, but you can hear these Russell County fans now. It's the loudest they've been in a while.
The Dragons had a 47-37 lead. Now it's down to 47-42, and Coffee at the line, shooting one and a bonus. He's been perfect today. Ball in the air, good.
That's Coffee's 7th point of the quarter with, what, 4 from the line?
Been excellent. Second shot up and in. We're down to a 3-point game with 3 minutes to go. And it's loud in here.
The Lakers have gone on a 7-0 run after being down by 10, which was the largest deficit of the game for the Lakers.
There's a foul on Coffee. Good call.
I did get to see the referee was in the way, but doesn't seem like
It's
the Russell County
Yeah.
fans
Well,
like
they're not in. They're not in there. They're not in the bonus yet.
Next one will be
Next one will put the Dragons at the
there.
line.
So we should see who Unso will summon to the game to shoot free throws with about to be the bonus.
Dickerson back to Green. Better watch the trap. They kick it over to Walker. Down to Porter Bunton. Over to Dickerson for three. No good. Tipped around, rebound by Bunton, but he saved it to Robertson. Goes up, missed it. Got it back. Up and
he puts
in.
it in.
We got a 1-point game.
Oh, and they call the timeout before the pass.
Good thing.
Yeah, it looks like there's a timeout you wouldn't have liked at first. Looks like he's having a layup, but it goes right over top of him.
The timeout was called before the ball tipped off of Porter Bunton's hands.
The Lakers are on a 9-0 run right now. Just what it looked like this game. Dragons might have gone on that final run they always seem to have. The Lakers come right back, and it's a 1-point game now.
A 9-0 run by the Lakers, as Drake Riley just pointed out. We're down to 1 point. They got a full timeout. We'll step away. Stay tuned. Don't leave. It's going to be a barn burner. Back in a moment. Okay, a 9-0 run. That's got the Russell County faithful believing. The Dragons lead by 1, 47-46. And now they're bringing the D.
They're trapping out of the 2-3 zone.
They skip it across. Back to Rondell Green. Down into Porter Bunton. He lost it. Right to Walker.
Right back to Nate Walker.
The Dragons got a break. Walker, that's a foul. That should have been a block right there.
Appeared so.
We're under 2 minutes. Green over to Dickerson. Skip it to Walker right in front of us. Back to Green. Down to Porter Bunton. We're down to a minute 30. They're playing keep away.
It looks like he's about to foul.
Long three. No good.
With the
rebound. The three for Walker. Good. Oh, Nelly.
Big shot by Nate Walker.
Oh, Nelly. The missed three by Dickerson. He got the rebound, kicked it out to the senior Nathaniel Walker, and he buried it. 50-46. A timeout by the Dragons. It'd been a full timeout. I'm going to step away and get a drink. Be back in a moment. All right, welcome back to Dill Arena. We're bound to finish in a flurry, ain't we, Drake?
Sure are.
What a play by Dickerson to get his own miss and kick out to the open Nathaniel Walker.
Yeah, Kalen wasn't shooting well, but he had the presence of mind to go for the ball, follow his shot because he knows more so than everyone else where it will fall off at. And he got it and made a great pass.
Turner has it, kicks it out to Ellis. Guarded by Dickerson.
Coffee, and why not? The way he's played this quarter.
Coffee lays it up, no good. Man got the rebound, missed it. Coffee is over the back.
Push off.
And that'll put the Dragons at the line for one in the bonus.
And who's going to the line? I didn't see who was fouled there. Was it
Byron Carver? Come on, Byron, get the first one.
The first one is huge with the 1-and-1. If you miss the first one, it's essentially like missing 2 free throws.
Bingo. Carver, the junior forward at the line. Shooting one in the bonus. Ball in the air. Good.
That was a guy you've been worrying about all year. In a situation like this, Woody knocked down free throws, and he loved the fact he makes the first one.
Let's see if he can get the second one. Ball in the air for Carver. Good. How about that, sports fans? He struggled all year at the line, but not on that one.
Believe me, they've had him shooting a lot of free throws in practices this year.
Turner has it, throws it away.
Throw it away.
They tried to find Robertson. He threw it away.
They tried to go to their star and just couldn't get the ball to him. And they're going for the foul now. And they're looking for Chris Porter to get it.
They fouled Porter Bunton. Robertson did. Chris Porter Bunton will be at the line, shooting the one in the bonus. The Dragons lead by 6, 52-46, Warren Central. Porter Bunton at the line, shooting the bonus. One in the bonus. Ball in the air. Rimmed out of there, tipped by Dickerson.
Oh.
But now he gets whistled for the foul, and that's a bad one.
Oh, bad foul. The ball, I don't know if you can't get mad at the guy for going for a rebound. He did foul, and you hate to see it because it allows Russell County to go the distance of the court while only losing 1 second off the clock and shoot 2 free throws.
Right.
So that foul hurts the Dragons, but it's hard to say don't go after that ball because it didn't look like it was totally out of his reach. But
All
he
right.
did foul on the play.
Man at the line shooting the double bonus for the Lakers. Ball in the air. Good.
And let's see if the Dragons make any changes sub-wise and try to get their better free throw shooters such as Jacob Hall out on the court.
Second shot for Man. Ball in the air. Good. Beautiful stroke right
Surprised
there.
we didn't see a timeout there.
The Lakers have 2 timeouts. The Dragons have 3. Up to Walker. Guarded by Ellis. Back to Dickerson. Over to Rondell Green right in front of us. There's the foul by Robertson. That's his 4th.
And they're sending another player to the line, just to send Byron Carver, who's been known to struggle with his free throws this year, and Rondell Green.
Junior point guard, number 1, Rondell Green at the line, shooting the one in the bonus. Big free throws here. Ball in the air. Good.
And he makes it.
Coach Unsel calls a 30-second timeout. Guess he wants to set the D. We'll stay right here.
This is a smart timeout because sometimes you see teams not call a timeout when they're going to be on defense because they think it allows the offense to set up a play. But the defensive side of it is just as important. You can't let Russell County go down the court and get a 3 up that's wide open in a short amount of time. You want to not only make the shot tough, but also make them waste time to get the shot off.
You're absolutely right, Drake.
At this point, you'd almost rather see them run 20 seconds off the clock and allow Russell County to win than to let them get a shot off at 5 seconds.
You're right. The time, the clock is definitely a factor for Russell County. 53-48. Still a 2-possession game, regardless whether he hits this one or not. But let's hope he hits it. Ball in the air. Rolled it in.
2 of the poor free throw shooters that Central's had this year, both knocked down 2 of 2 on the 1-and-1. And you got to imagine they've been working on it all year. This Dragon team wouldn't have made those plays early on in the season.
Turner to Robertson, guarded by Rondell Green. The long 3, no good. Tipped. The Dragons come down with it to Dickerson. Back to Walker.
They're beginning to celebrate.
The Dragons are going to win it.
Have won.
They fouled Dickerson right in front of us. And Warren Central is back on top, folks.
And the Russell County side is quiet, and Dragon side's the loudest it's been all game. They've realized that they've won another region title.
Dickerson hit the free throw. It's a double bonus for him. I like that. Next stop, 153 miles to Rupp. That's the Dragon student section. Second shot, up and in.
They're putting in a few of the seniors to celebrate the title, and they're walking off the court.
How about that? Brett Riley checks in for the Dragons. Trevent Green, Price, number 15. They get it in to Turner, guarded by Riley.
And the Dragons are going to Rupp Arena.
The long three, no good. The Dragons win it. 56-48. Warren Central, the champion of the 4th region, again. Boy, that feels good, don't it?
It does feel good.
How about that? There's a celebration at midcourt. The Dragons hold off a late flurry, really, by the Lakers. Went on a 9-0 run to cut the lead to 48-47, and they scored one more point, and that was it.
And
the Dragons score 8, and there's your final, 56-48. The Dragons are your 4th region champion. Stay tuned for the post game. We're going to try to definitely get the player of the game on, as well as the head coach, William Unsell. Stay tuned for that. Hey, welcome back to Dill Arena. Drake has got the 4th Region All-Tournament team for 2013. Shoot, Drake.
All right, we got from Barron County, Dalton Bush. From Barron County, Jacoby Poor. We got Tanner Clark from Franklin Simpson. Dylan DeWitt from Greenwood, who had an outstanding tournament. Most 4th Region fans didn't know much about him before this tournament started. Barrett Crossan from Russellville. Byron Carver from Warren Central. Clay Simmons from Barron County. Nate Walker from Warren Central. Kalen Dickerson from Warren Central. Charles McCoy from Barron County. Nick Coffey from Russell County. Kiefer Dalton from Clinton County. Jordan Kennedy from Russellville. Chris Porter Button from Warren Central. And Tyler Robinson from Russell County.
Hey, where's Porter Button at on the list there?
He's down to the bottom, but
well, I tell you
I
what,
don't think it was a vote because you look, Tyler Robertson's down there too. And
yeah,
those are the two that played the best.
You gotta take your hats off to Russell County. What an opponent today. They played their guts out. You know, that 9-0 run trimmed it to 1 point, and I was just talking to their radio guy, and that game could have went either way at that point, but the Dragons really stepped it up right there on the defensive side of the ball and made it really hard for them to score. And we hit our free throws, something that back in December was the talk of the town. You know, Warren Central can't hit a free throw. But 2 of our guys that struggled were perfect.
Yeah.
They went up there and knocked them down. So hats off to them. We're going to try to get a couple of the Dragon players. Stay tuned for that, folks. Be back in a moment. Hey, welcome back to Dill Arena. We got the player of the game, the senior guard. Oh, my Lord, what a shot. Tell me about the three you knocked down. They trimmed a 10-point lead down to 1. Your teammate down there, Dickerson, got the big, huge offensive rebound and found you on the wing. Tell me about it.
I missed one before that, and Rondell told me I was going I missed one before that, and Rondell Green told me I was going to hit the next one. He told me to shoot it confidently, and I shot it, and it went in.
I tell you what, you guys persevered. That's a strong Russell County team, no doubt about it. You know, hats off to them. What does it mean to you being a senior, going to finish it up at Rupp?
It feels good. I've always dreamed of playing at Rupp. I didn't get to play my sophomore year, but I was there. But now we're going back, and I get to play this time.
Well, congratulations. Get out there with your teammates.
Thank you.
All right, that's Nathaniel Nay Walker, player of the game for the Dragons. The senior is going to end his career at Rupp Arena. There's no better place to do it for a high school player, that's for sure. We're going to take a break. We're going to try to get the head man, William Unsell, here in just a moment. Stay tuned for that, folks. Welcome back to Dill Arena. I'll tell you one thing about the Dragon Nation, and I don't throw the nation around too much because you know where it came from, the Raider Nation. But I'll tell you one thing that warms my heart. I look out here on this floor, and you look at the 2010 region champion, and you got 1, 2, 3, 4. You got 5 starters on the floor that graduated in 2010, and they won the region right here in that double overtime epic against Bowling Green. That's what the Dragons, that's what it's all about. Once a Dragon, always a Dragon, and it's great to see the support.
You see a lot of these guys come out to support because they went to high school with a few of the seniors. The seniors were freshmen when they were seniors, so they still don't know. There's plenty of guys that know, but I guarantee you if they play in the region title game next year, they'll be back.
Well, sure.
Get a lot of guys that...
You look out, Drake, and we got George Fant, Shamarcus Wells, Brett Jackson, Troy Halcomb.
I even look around, you see Brandon Cummings, who's a part of the 2003 team, and P.J. Smith, who's a senior on the 2005 team, and junior on the state title team. There's guys from all over the Dragon scale of the past couple of years.
Absolutely.
And you see all these guys come back, and they know the tradition of winning region titles, and it's good to see them all back.
You got Denzel Carpenter, my son Jacob King. Those guys were all seniors at the same time besides George. He was a junior. But you see him out here, and like you said, we got guys dating back to the early 2000s, and they're here.
Back when this run started.
Right. This run started in 2002, and let's hope we keep it going for a long time to come.
They've won 9 out of the last 12 in the 3 years that they didn't win. Was another 14th district team. I don't know if there's a streak like that going to the straight of just one district's dominance in the region tournament.
You're right about that. Well, we're going to take a break. We're still trying to get the head coach, William Unsell. Let's stay tuned for that, folks. Hey, welcome back to Dill Arena. It's a madhouse. We got the head coach, William Unsell of the Dragons. Coach, tell me about it, brother.
It's a big win for us, big win. We had different guys step up for us every night. I mean, you know, Chris done it most nights. Wayne Barrett did it against Barron County. We've had different guys step up for us each night. And, you know, and Nay was big. He hadn't had a great game. He hadn't had a great game all tournament because everybody's chasing him. Well, he got some looks tonight and knocked him down.
Well, Coach, you look at, we'll go to one play in particular because it's the obvious one. You're up one.
Yeah.
Dickerson takes the three. I know they have the green light when they play for you.
Yeah.
He takes the three. He missed it. But what about the kid getting his own rebound?
Getting his rebound.
He barrels in and kicks it out to Walker.
Yeah.
And, you know, Walker could have played with it for a while. It was a minute 12 when he hit it. But that's not our style, is it?
No. Well, we haven't been great all year trying to hold on to the ball, and we're not a great free throw shooting team. Now, Carver made the biggest two he's made all year, and Rondell, two guys who probably got the worst percentage, they make both of them, and then Chris misses. So it's funny how that goes, but, I mean, when we're in a timeout, I was like, keep playing. We're going to lose it. We're going to lose it playing. We're not going to hold on to it. Pass, fake it. Let's get our shot, and we're going to shoot them.
Well, congratulations. That was a huge win.
Thank you.
The first region title for you.
Yeah, hopefully more to come.
And more to come. Hey, unbelievable.
Yeah.
This game, the crowd was into it.
Yeah.
Getting real physical.
Yeah.
There's a point in time where me and Drake was talking about it was real physical. What did you think about Coffee down there for the Lakers?
He's a load. He's a big old load. Byron had his hands full with him. The kid is talented. He's a big old monster. You know, but, I mean, hats go. I mean, Byron battled with him all night long. I mean, he had 12 points. You think he had a bigger effect on the game, but Byron held him to 12 points. And Byron, I told him, I said, you might not score a lot tonight, but you're big for us. He forced him to miss a couple shots and body him up. He held his ground and battled with him.
You're right.
And Ryan Talent battled with him.
Hey,
Ryan Talent battled with him. I knew he would.
You're right. One thing I noticed when you brought Ryan Talent in, the first couple of times, he got Byron down there on the block to start with.
Yeah.
Talent pushed him out a little further and give him some trouble, and then the huge block down there.
Then the kid came up big for us. I mean, it's like last year he when we played Glasgow, he comes in and scores 10 points for us. Only reason we win the game because of him.
Right.
And the kid was huge for us. And we, like I said, we've had different guys all the time that, you know, with our depth, we had different guys step up and make big plays.
Coach, I'll let you get to the team. Congratulations. We're all proud of you.
Thank you.
All righty. Keep it going. Good luck in the state tournament.
All right. Appreciate it.
That's the head coach of Warren Central Dragons, the champion of the 4th Region basketball world. They knock off the Lakers 56-48. Hey, everybody get up there to Rep Arena and support the Dragons. We got a team. Congratulations to the staff, Coach Unsell, Coach Hall, all of them, Coach Girls, everybody over there, all the players and parents. You know, just an unbelievable afternoon for Warren Central. That's going to wrap it up. For War Production, Junior, Duff, and Patrick and Edmondson, and my partner, Drake Riley, is Sean King saying, good afternoon, everybody, and the Dragons are on top of the 4th Region world again.